Firing it up. Hello, welcome to League 26 Match 2 with T-Kush35 and my cousin Zach. We're coming into Match 2 with a record of 1-0, and realizations from the first game is that I couldn't cast Thoughtseize at the end there without activating the Ink Moth anyway, so had to do it the way I did it. This hand is iffy. We are on the draw, and I can
I think
do
it's
stuff.
serviceable.
Yeah, it's much better if we get some mana. But it can do at least something. Shocking that in. Burning
Ooh.
Inquiry. Okay, this could be better, could be worse. Bad.
Lost your land and drew a land.
Lost Karn.
Got a Mox.
Did get a Mox. They got a hollow one. That's bad.
Would they discard a hollow one?
Lore and Bloodghast.
Okay.
Does not bode well. I have to give up 4 life in order to play these 2 Vault Scourges. Seems kind of painful. Alternatively, I could turn 1 the Overseer.
I think I like that better. That way you can play the Scourges and pump them both.
Yeah.
Because if this turns into a race, you're going to want them.
Is it better? Yeah. We'll give that a shot. They're still going to be painful coming in, though. We do have protection for the Overseer. I can take a hit or 2 from Hollow One before it becomes too bad. I could also slow roll the Vault Scourges and not pay life to cast them.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Well, let's see if we still have them. Okay.
Yeah. Which in a way might be better. Will it be slower? Yes, absolutely. But...
Give it another hollow one. Nope. Whew.
They're digging hard. Okay, that makes this even better. Okay.
Pay 1 at full and pay 1 at half?
Or 1 Scourge, 1 Ravager. Paying 2 life for that first Scourge. But I think getting the flyers out faster is probably better, especially with their that Flame-Wake Phoenix in the yard.
And the lifelink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's do that. So 1 for this. Nah, it's 1 at nothing, no cost, and 1 at regular cost.
Okay.
Is the best we can do. If I had another mana, then I'd be able to do it the other way. But alas, alack, I do not, and thus cannot. Ornithopter I gotta leave back yet. I'm gonna leave the Overseer activation around in case I need to chump. So Ornithopter can block Phoenixes now. In 2 turns it'll be able to block Phoenixes profitably. And the Vault Scourges will start getting in the air for the life links.
Man, they still haven't found a land either.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Phoenix has to attack, so I block. Take the Hollow One damage. Block here. Next turn we're able to get in for a lot more in lifelink. Ooh, got that Bloodghast. Okay. So how problematic is them having another land? The 2 Bloodghast might be a problem. Might be able to outrace them though. That's... I mean, I definitely want to save that, so... We do that. Um, yeah, no reason to hold any of this back. And let's see, we just activate Overseer right away
Yeah, and
for
get
the
in with
extra
those
life.
scourges.
Well,
Yeah.
alternatively, he represents a lot of... He represents a free block, you know?
What do you mean?
If I hold back the activation, he can block a Bloodghast and not die. Maybe that's not any better, though.
I mean, you're gaining 6.
Yeah, 6 is pretty good. Taking, not that. So another 8, but I could block somewhere around here. Yeah, fine. I gotta start pushing at some point, right?
Yeah, you gotta remember, you kill people. You don't want to drag this out.
Yeah. It just gives him more opportunity.
And plus, he's dead next turn.
Right. Very, very dead. Is there any way he's dead right now? That's 6. No, I can't get 16.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you could just add about
I'd add another 6,
6.
which would put a Volt Scourge out of range, but I'd rather have the blocks. Plus, I can always do it in response to something.
Just goblin lore. Oh, damn it.
What are you up to, opponent? Burning Inquiry. Okay, well. Drum, Champ, and Citadel. They dumped Mire, another Phoenix, and a Mire. Well, they're not dumping a hollow one out, so that seems good. Again? What's their hope here at this point? The Phoenixes have to attack.
Maybe find an angler, but it doesn't matter. They don't have. Probably just
They
trying
don't
to
even
maybe
have...
find like a fatal push or collective brutality.
Yeah, something to
Lightning
kill.
bolt.
Something to kill something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's in the bag. But I don't want to call it too early. Combat step, okay. Phoenix has to attack, yep. Just block here, do nothing else. I don't see any point in doing anything else.
Nope.
Sure.
Eat it.
Oh, yeah, whoops. Misclicked. Missed opportunity.
It doesn't matter. Just
No,
a
they're still
tap.
dead. Let's see. I guess there's not any point in
Nope, just crack with the flyers.
4-8. Yeah, it's more than enough. Cool. All right.
Shame on you. For
Yeah, I
not
know.
eating your...
I was distracted because I was looking at my phone.
How dare you?
I know. It was bad. Luckily, we'd already pretty much determined that it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see. Ground units are kind of bad. Overseer's kind of slow. I definitely want Rest in Pieces. Whip Flare's pretty good. Ancient Grudge. What else? Previously, I had a Dismember, and that's not a thing anymore. Think. How good is Karn in this? Is he too expensive?
Potentially, and with their randomness that they play at.
Maybe it's better to have an Overseer?
Or it might just be better to have
Or do you think Whip Flare?
yeah, I think like the Whip Flare and the Ancient Grudge, or if we're only gonna pick one, the Ancient Grudge, because that can get played from the graveyard.
True.
But I
Those
guess if we're playing for Rest in Peace,
I mean, I
I'd
guess
say maybe Thoughtseize.
it does cost life, though. And against an
That is
aggressive
true.
deck, that is a concern.
That too.
It could be a Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, can stop there.
What sort of answers do they
Traditional
usually have? They'll have Ancient.
Lightning,
They'll have
Lightning Bolt, Fatal
Bolt.
Push, Collective Brutality.
So a bunch of kill spells. So I think one might actually be useful. Or is that banking on holding a card in my hand and they have hand disruption in a way?
Well, you kind of want to have cards in your hand so that way you don't lose out on the Burning Inquiries.
Very true. I've seen Affinity players play slowly just because of that. We'll go with this.
Because you basically got milled for 6 when he Burning Inquiry twice.
Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy. Karn might be questionable.
Yeah, I debate Blood Moon, but I don't know.
I think that shuts me off more than them. This seems totally fine.
Mm-hmm. That seems fine now. We'll see what
Right.
their
Yeah.
turn 1 is.
Yeah. We'll see.
You might
But-
get a totally new hand.
Yeah, Overseer into, Overseer with Nexus and other such shenanigans. It's pretty good.
Spin. Oh, never mind.
Nope. Calm yourself. It's not always. There's not always a wheel to be spun. Phoenix and Bloodghast in the grave. Stubby D.
Oh, that's some fun.
Well, let's get.
Nope. Spire.
Why?
Well, because then you could have just played the Ornithopter and had a Stubborn Denial.
I can do that this way too. Because I've got this cool Ornithopter.
Oh, yeah. God.
And if I get Ink Moth out there, then
Mm.
that's a turn sooner that it could potentially be attacking. It's probably not going to, but it can.
Yep. You're right. Cheapest. I just
Jeez,
haven't been...
man.
I know. I haven't been following Modern for a while.
It's alright. I've been playing this deck longer, so. Yep, there's blood. Luckily, it doesn't have haste. Opponent's being frivolous with the life. That's fine. If it gets if it gets them into a hollow one, though, I'm gonna be sad.
And they tapped the Blood Crypt, so we don't have to worry about Angler this turn.
But they could very well have. Well, they haven't slammed it, so I'm gonna guess they don't have a hollow one. I'm gonna also guess that they have Lightning Bolt or something. Let's see. So I'm thinking Blinky and the Overseer.
Mm-hmm.
Still holding up Stubby D. It does only prevent them from casting unless they pay 1, so it's going to get worse as this goes on. Not sure if this is worth trying to... I mean, the Stubborn Denial is not going to go through, but my question is whether it will prevent them from casting something else. Yeah.
Well,
what can they do with 2 mana versus 1?
Goblin Lore.
Okay.
Collective Brutality. I mean, just let it...
Yeah, I think I need this Stubborn for something else. Unfortunately, that pause tells them that I was thinking.
Could have just gone for like a Galv Blast or something, because you had 3 artifacts.
Yep. Fatal Push is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Angler is worse. There's naught that I can do about that. I'm just gonna totally kill that bad boy. Ugh. Luckily they don't have the mana for that. Yep, get in with your ghast. Yep, not blocking that. I'm just gonna spend this on the guy that I can because that guy's dangerous. Ugh. Well, this is getting worse.
Very much so.
Think. I guess it doesn't really matter. Nexus isn't going to be blocking no matter what, so let's tap like that. Make it look like I have more than I do. Next draw or two better be pretty good, though. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting pretty stranded. I can start getting in with Nexus for 2 a turn, but that's going to be pretty slow. Ravager can, at some point, activate a lot onto the Nexus, but I might be a little too slow for that to make much.
That angler's fast clock.
Yep. I can chump with the Ornithopter. Ugh, Flame like Phoenix is bad too. Bad news bears. I don't think there's any point in going all in on this Ravager yet. Well,
No.
actually, if I could
mean,
block the
you could.
Bloodghast and sacrifice Drum and Ornithopter.
And have Ornithopter block angler.
Yeah, I think I'm
Seems
okay
good.
with that. I don't think my position is getting too much better from here, so I might as well do something. So I'm gonna tap him and make it look like I have something, which I do, but you know. So I'm debating here about activating the Nexus, because then if anything crazy happens post-combat, the Ravager can go onto the Nexus. However, that would also expose the Nexus to, say, a Fatal Push, which I can counter. That's fine. Because if I get a creature up to 4/4 for power, the SWD becomes a full-on counter instead of a pay 1. If opponent has a bolt, things look quite a bit worse. Because I can't counter it. And, well, I can't completely counter it. But I can activate the Nexus again. Yep, get the Bloodghast back. What would I hope for here? Karn wouldn't be terrible, but not too helpful. That doesn't look good. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Counter that.
Oh, yeah, I should have. Shoot. Yeah. Another land? Smalls, you are not assisting me. So the problem here now is if I go further in on the Nexus, then I can't have Spire. So just gonna get in for... or do I leave it back as a blocker?
Well,
At best, it can become a 2/2. That's not great.
I mean, if you sack, like if you animate the one that can attack,
Right?
and then sack, or and then like animate the blink moth or the ink moth that can't attack, eat it to the Ravager,
Mm-hmm.
then have the Ravager put the 5 onto this ink moth.
It is a 2-turn clock.
Then you crack for 5.
They were able to hit me for 5, 7, 8, 9, 10,
10,
11
11.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And unless they have a fatal push, I have it. Okay. Yeah, I really should have stubby D'd that. That was a bad move. So we'll go with this all-in approach. Yeah, because we're activating this blink moth and eating it. Alternatively, I don't have to eat... Oh, no, but then it doesn't stay as a 5/5 unless I pump it. So the other option is I pump with blink moth to turn it into a 2/2, and then eat Ravager onto Nexus. That leaves it as a 4/4, but then next turn I can still pump it. Does having that extra mana mean anything to me?
I don't know. You only need to have the one blue that you'll...
Right. I mean, I'm not going to have it through their next turn either way.
Mm-hmm. So you really only care about it on your turn when...
Right, which is
that
when
thing will
I'm
be
going to
big
have it
enough,
anyway.
and
Yeah.
it'll be big enough to make it a hard counter.
So both work? No, both don't work. Yes, both work. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm eating the thing. Okay. So if that had
Discard
been
a lightning bolt and a burning inquiry.
Yep.
And
or was that
another
already there?
angler. No, another angler.
Yep. So there's the Phoenix we expected.
Mountain. Okay, they have one card in hand.
Right. It could be Bolt, but even if it is 2, 4, 9, 11,
You're still at 2.
14, yeah, still fine. So they should be dead.
See if they banked all their hopes. Okay.
They're dead.
Okay.
They're just hoping I don't see it, right?
Or maybe they don't see it.
Maybe.
Who knows? Just
do the things.
like your hollow one don't fly, dude.
Sure doesn't. Alright, cool.
I will give it to Affinity. They do have the most creative ways to win sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Alright, so that concludes match 2, putting us at 2-0. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.